If what I built is real, then the universe cannot hide it, at least not forever. And that creates a problem, because it means somewhere what we think we're seeing is not what's actually there. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Because reality has a property that no model can escape. It eventually reveals itself. And if this structure exists, then somewhere in the universe, we should already be seeing it. This is the Architect Lab, where we rebuild reality from first principles. To this point, we've reconstructed a structure capable of producing apparent acceleration without requiring anything to actually accelerate. But structure alone is never enough, because structure is not defined by how it looks. Structure is defined by what it forces reality to do. And if the structure of the universe is different than we assume, then reality itself must eventually behave differently. Not everywhere at once, but somewhere at first, because structure determines behavior, and behavior determines what we can observe. This means if the universe has a deeper structure, its effects cannot remain perfectly hidden everywhere. They must appear first in specific locations, and those locations define the boundary between assumption and reality. Alright, let's pause, because this is where this theory stops and reality takes over. If this structure is real, then reality has no choice. It must expose itself. And the question becomes where? I want you to imagine you're walking across a frozen lake that's covered in snow. From the surface, everything looks the same. Flat, uniform, and safe. But underneath, the ice is not equally thick everywhere. There are regions where the ice is thinner, and those are the places where reality reveals itself first. The structure was always there, but only certain locations exposed it. The ice was never truly uniform, only our assumption was. And the universe works the same way. And this creates a test. Because if structure determines behavior, then behavior must eventually contradict assumption. And when it does, it reveals which model is real. If this structure is real, it will not reveal itself in the places we have already tested most precisely. It will not appear in laboratory physics. It will not appear in the early universe where everything averages out. And it must appear where small structural differences accumulate, where behavior compounds, where assumptions stretch the furthest, and that narrows the terrain. And if we don't see it there, then the structure is wrong. This changes the question completely. The question is no longer whether deeper structures exist. The question is where reality would reveal it first. Because once you know where to look, you're no longer guessing, you're observing. There are regions where inherited motion dominates, regions where curvature cannot remain perfectly hidden, regions where structure must expose itself through behavior, and those regions are already visible. We just haven't been looking at them correctly. In a structurally determined universe, reality cannot remain perfectly hidden everywhere. It must eventually reveal itself through accumulated behavior. And the first place it reveals itself is where the structure is amplified, not averaged out. In a horizon-activated geometry, the earliest detectable deviations must appear in late-time accumulated structure, or this model fails. And yet, when we look at the oldest observable signal in the universe, everything appears almost perfectly uniform. So why doesn't it show in the structure? That answer reveals something even deeper. My name is Mize, and this is the Architect Lab. Welcome to reality.